What up, guys?
What up?
All right, we're going to start over because we're already recording. Okay, so bodybuilding talk panel, a very special one. So we got two future legends, Carlos Thomas Jr. and Nate Spear. We have the legend Jason Arntz. And gentlemen, we are in the presence of greatness tonight. We have the mutant himself, Nick Walker.
What up?
Nick, thanks a lot for doing this.
No, thanks for having me on, man.
So my dog is dying.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's how you fucking start this off?
Yeah.
Always
That's
opens
like
with a banger.
Yeah. So we took Hercules to the vet. I got a 14. I got a 14 and a half year old pit bull, and he's got a mass inside his chest, and it might be cancer.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so I started looking at breeders because I figured, why dwell on the bad part, right? Let me dwell on the good things and see what kind of dog I want next.
You're already moving on.
Yeah.
Asshole.
My wife's not feeling good. I've been out at the strip clubs every night. Just in case.
That's it, man.
What's wrong? I'll be prepared.
That's how it works. So I was looking at Rottweiler breeders, Bull Mastiff breeders, Pit Bull breeders. I think I'm going to go with the Bull Mastiff because I don't have enough time to train fucking Rottweilers.
No, Robert.
And Bull Mastiffs are very lazy. They just look intimidating. Which reminds me of an actual.
Got a Bull Mastiff then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get a Bull Mastiff. I have two pits now. I think the Bull Mastiff is the way to go because they're big, they're intimidating, they're lazy. I don't have to worry about walking them, shit like that. So that reminds me of a funny story. Now we'll jump into bodybuilding, right? So I used to work with this guy before. Nick, I don't know if you know, but I'm a sewer worker. I work in New York City, underground all day. But before that, I was an electrician for 10 years, right? And I used to work with this guy. His name is Joe. And typical Brooklyn knock around Bensonhurst dude, right? Anyway, he gets married and it's his wife and he has a kid, Lisa Marie, and they have a dog named Teddy, little fucking real shitty dog, little pain in the ass dogs, right? So his in-laws, his father retires and they buy a house in Jersey, and it's all the way in buttfuck New Jersey, where the next town is 2 miles away, and it's like the antique shops and stuff like that. So every weekend they would go and they would bring the dog and they bring the baby, and they would go and they would hang out for the weekend and whatever. So they go up one weekend and his wife says, "Oh, I want to go to the antique shop." So his father-in-law says, go, I'll watch the dog and the baby. Don't worry about it. Go. Right. So the dog's name is Teddy. Right. So they go. So they come back a couple hours later and his father-in-law is on the porch he's got gardening gloves on. He's on the porch with gardening gloves. And the dog is on his back panting, right? So Joe says to his father-in-law, "What'd you do to my dog?" And the guy goes, I released him. And he goes, what do you mean you released him? What does that mean? He goes, I cracked his nut.
Fuck.
He goes, "You jerked off my dog?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, so Joe goes, "Why?" He goes, "Because he was humping the baby, he was humping my wife. Look at him. He's not bothering anybody. Now, look, he's just sitting there, right? Everything is fine now." So he goes into his house and he sees his wife. He goes, "Your father jerked off Teddy." And she goes, "Why?" And he goes, "I don't know." Wait. That night.
Punchline. I'm waiting for a punchline.
That night, it's a true story. It's
fucking disgusting.
That night, they're fucking watching TV, and the father was the first one to go to bed, and the dog follows him right into the fucking bedroom.
Disgusting.
Yeah, and the wife and Joe's wife was like, "Oh, look how cute! Teddy's following my father." And Joe goes, "I'd follow him too if he jerked me off."
What the fuck?
True.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, so last time we had the panel, a lot of shit happened since the last time we had the panel. So it was like I was writing all this shit down. So the first thing is Mike Crizzo turns pro at the Amateur Olympia, right? But the top 3 guys got pro cards at that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Top 3 overall.
Yeah. The top 3 guys. I mean, isn't that
some of the amateur Olympias, they do that, like in the US?
Yeah,
I think like the top 3, they pick out top 3 in overall. Some of them do it.
I don't know. Isn't that a little much? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know Arntz has got something to say about that.
Back in Jason's day, there was only one pro card.
That's it.
One pro card, and there was a couple years they offered. I think the USA, they offered to the runner-up in the overall. But other than that, dude, you had to earn it. And now it's too easily obtained. And you get some guys where you see some of these pro shows, and a lot of them aren't as deserving as they should be. For somebody of that pro status who had to pay their way through the ranks, develop their physique to a championship level, and and when they get it, they're able to compete, with the pros that are out there now. So it just kind of waters it down a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you guys
they
think
were
he
jumping.
looked? Nate,
They were jumping right into pro shows back then.
Yeah.
The quality is the competition was like so stiff. You know what I mean? So when they turned pro, they were ready. So it was like different back then.
Yeah. You even had guys who were like really good who didn't even turn pro. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Carlos, how do you think Mike Krizo looked? Because I didn't think he was that impressive. I mean, he was huge, but I didn't think he was really that
You guys have shot that are like crazy, like that most muscular crab's pretty thick.
I thought he was soft.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think he was holding out till the pro show.
He wasn't like super
Well,
slack.
What was that, Nick?
So let's hope so.
Yeah. Nick, how do you think he's going to do with the Olympia if he makes it?
I mean, how do you think he'll do at the Prague? Who's going to be in there?
Yeah, I know. He's got to, because everybody's got him winning the Prague already.
Who's doing Prague?
I have no idea.
What's Fred doing, Nick?
I don't know if anyone I know is doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'll tell you, these guys are coming out of the woodwork because, when you watch the, what was it? The Tsunami Pro with James Hollingshead, the two guys that were right behind them, 2 and 3, I didn't know who they were, and they would look fucking good.
They were.
That dude Enrico used to be 212, I think, right, Nick?
Yep.
Yeah, he just bumped up. The kid's big.
I don't know. I think I like Good Vito better than Krizo, to be honest with you, as far as like his physique is concerned.
The one thing I don't like about Krizo is his stomach. He has like a weird, almost midsection. It sort of distracts you from his physique. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like we've never seen him shredded yet.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I think if he does win the Prague and he gets on the Olympia stage, I think he's gonna.
I don't see top 10.
No, I think he's gonna get his ass handed to him, and they're gonna say go back home come back next year.
Yep.
That's my opinion. But all right. Then we had the Tsunami Pro. I don't know why the fuck did they call it the Tsunami Pro? Isn't that like
Horrible name?
Yeah, really. In Italy, James Hollingshead wins. He definitely deserved the win. There's no question. What's up with his midsection though? Why can't he get his midsection? That's just genetic?
It might just be a genetic thing. Honestly.
Yeah, I'd lean. He doesn't have the best midsection.
Yeah, that'll take away.
But
from
not
him.
much you could do with that.
Yeah, right. Because
I know he was doing a lot of core work, for the show, but sometimes you just don't have a good core.
Yeah, if you don't got it, you ain't got it. No.
Yeah, right. And he had Jordan Peterson not like keeping an eye on him, not really working with him, from what I understand.
Yeah. Jordan was like the second eye for him.
Yeah. What do you think of that? I mean, with all the great trainers that James could have at his beck and call, why would he decide not to?
Feel better doing it on his own,
I guess
it might be like a little less stressful.
Yeah, I guess everybody's a little different, right? But like,
he has watchful eyes, so for him, it's like I can do it on my own. A little fatigue, I can send them to Jordan or Patrick, whoever he has.
I won't lie. I think like after Olympia with Patrick, I think he was probably a little disheartened. So probably wanted to try stuff on his own because he was not really getting the outcome that he wanted.
Yeah,
and that's with like a high level coach. So maybe he's just like, well, I'm just gonna try my own thing.
That's the thing. Look, if you're able to do it on your own, why not? And we know how to get in shape. It's not hard. Just like those final few weeks where you just need to have that eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe. I guess so. I've never been at your guys' level, not even close. So I don't know. But Arntz, did you ever?
I always did on my own.
Always did it on your own, right?
Always. And at the end, just like Nick and Nate said, I had a couple of people I trusted, but I worked with somebody early on in my amateur career, and I didn't agree with everything they did. That's how I made the jump that one year from light heavyweight to heavyweight at the USA and the Nationals, just because he was sucking me down and heavy diuretic use and heavy depleting. And I was like, dude, I look better at this weight, and I'm going to do it on my own.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I mean, there was one year for the USA in 97, I think I took a total of 23 diuretics.
Jesus Christ, man.
What the fuck?
That fucking week for the show just to make weight.
Wow.
And it wasn't needed, but he was like, no, dude, we could push it. We could push it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And then I was like, dude, we're done. We're done. And then I went on that year and moved up to heavyweight.
How was your
what's that?
How was your health after that?
Yeah.
Dude, fortunately, I never had any bad post-show effects, never bad rebound.
Really?
Never. I always ate smart after the show. I never went and pigged out, and it was always a gradual increase back. I would taper off the diuretics as opposed to just stopping.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I would allow my body to gradually build back up, which might not have been great for my electrolyte balance, but probably health-wise, it was good and kept things flushing out at a decent level. And then I would just, taper off them and stop them. But yeah, it got to the point where I just need a trusting eye. And like Nick said, we know how to do this shit. We've been doing it for years. And, to us, it becomes like second nature. So you get an eye you can trust and you go with that.
Because you see what Farah did with Blessing, he turned them around. And then you see what what's his name? Who's training Lunsford? Ramrod. Right? Yeah. Honey Ramrod's training fucking Lunsford. And the size he put on with him. I don't know.
Every day.
What's up?
Yeah.
I think every day now. He's going to cause a lot of damage this year.
Yeah. It's well, there are certain podcasters that like to start some they're like the TMZ podcasters, and they like to talk shit, and it does nothing to talk about. And it was, he put one on where can Derek Lunsford now, can Hani diet him down to the right weight, all this bullshit. And I'm like, dude, the guy trained how many?
Derek's going to look, if I have to guess his weight, I'm going to say Derek's going to look perfect at 225, 230.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, but look like 250, 260. Right?
Yeah, right.
He's gonna look fucking full blown.
The other, let's see.
What, Bubba?
Okay, yeah, Tony O'Burton steals the show with Allegiance.
My man's a freak. I met him I met him a while ago, but I actually got to talk to him when he did Orlando show. Really nice guy, man. Really nice.
Oh yeah, he's an awesome guy.
He actually turned pro at the 2019 USA's, I believe. When I got second.
You when got Merkel, yeah.
Yep.
When Merkel beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he came out of nowhere too for that show. Remember, no one even heard of him.
Right?
Yeah, light heavyweight.
I think he was a light heavy then, yeah.
What's the deal with?
He came out of nowhere overnight. You know what I mean? Like when he was an amateur.
Yeah.
It was no one even heard of that kid.
Yeah, and this year is in the Open. He did well this year, obviously. He did another show where he didn't win.
I mean,
he good
to the fucking Olympia now.
Yeah.
It was the judging close. The overall scorecards were
No,
it didn't seem close.
No, it didn't.
honestly.
I thought he hands
I
down.
don't know what's going on with Justin. I'm a big fan of Justin, but Justin, I think, needs to just hang it up for the year.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I don't understand. He said he's doing the Olympia.
I don't know what's wrong with him, but I think his body just needs a break.
Yeah.
He might be a little weathered. It's been a little too much.
Yeah. He does, which is fine, but he competes, does all the shows, which is cool.
Yeah.
You just got to give your body a break.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool if you can hold the look,
Yeah. If he's the kind of guy, as far as I know, as far as I could see, that if he doesn't come in chiseled 100%, he kind of really, he loses it.
Yeah.
He has that particular structure that doesn't look good unless he's fucking 100% on.
But if he's on, if he looked the way he did at prejudging,
Arnold was,
bro.
He was nutty.
Yeah.
if he came like that for finals, he probably would have won, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was stupid.
Yeah. Speaking of being soft, this was did you guys see Lionel Becky in France?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that guy's just full of shit and just doesn't want to do it anymore.
It looks like a lazy approach to putting on a professional performance. It's kind of, unless something went wrong that we don't know about. People deal with issues, dude. He's contracted to be up there, so he's got to be up there. But I'd like to say something went wrong? Because not a good showing.
No, I don't think anything went wrong. He's been ducking shows left and right. Yeah, I'm going to do it, then he
For the
doesn't do
benefit
it.
of the doubt,
Yeah. Sometimes. I mean, last time he competed was like 4 years ago at the Olympia. Came in, not the Olympia, the Arnold. He came in 6th, and he looked pretty good. And even then, like it just looked
he's
like
got a good physique.
Great physique.
Got a good physique.
But this one he looked like I don't know. He
just look, it's not easy, man. And sometimes you lose that fire. You need that hunger to push you. Yeah. Push you those last 2 weeks.
Oh, I could totally see that, man. Yeah, absolutely. But if that's the case, then just fucking hang it up. It's a wrap. Why embarrass yourself?
We've seen people do that for years. People are still doing it for years. They don't want to hang it up.
Oh yeah, right. We have a mutual friend, but he actually looks good.
Oh, I was even talking about him.
Yeah.
He looked good.
He does. He still looks good. We're talking about Vinny Galante.
Oh yeah, Vinny's the man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he's still doing. What is he? He's 50.
He just won the 80 and over. He just won.
Yeah.
Coming back next year, he's going to put on 1.5 pounds of muscle.
I told him he's going to do the wheelchair division only. Yeah. No, he won some Masters. What, the Baltimore or some shit? I don't remember.
Third, and I think he might have won, but he looked good.
Did he do the Tampa show?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I saw him at Tampa.
Yeah, he did the Tampa show. I don't know how he did. I know he did something disappointing. He was disappointed in one of them. It might have been Tampa. When was Tampa?
The first weekend of August.
Yep. No. Then that's the one he won. Because I was at Jason Arntz's show at my booth, and he was there, and he was telling me how disappointed he was the show before. So the Tampa, he won the Masters because I'm pretty sure he took first in the Masters in Tampa.
Okay.
But I don't know. Listen, you love doing it. Go right ahead. As long as you're healthy, do it. It's whatever.
At that point, if you love it, you enjoy it, you're healthy, who cares?
I like knowing that, look, I'm not even close. Like I did NPC shows. That was it. And just the idea that I can eat what I want just lets me live a little. Like fuck that shit.
It ain't easy.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Okay. Who else?
Let me bring up the big pink elephant in the room.
Go ahead.
It's something all three of you guys. The three.
If this goes sideways, I'll edit it.
No. I mean, everybody, look. You look. It's great to have three guys, three competitive bodybuilders on the scene today. Seeing your competitors' pictures being put up there, but there's a picture of Hunter Labrada. Nick, I know you. I don't know if you had words with him or if there's any type of friction between you two. But he's put some size on this year. Obviously, you guys are the top names, for the Olympia. And Carlos and Nate coming in, the following year, both of you guys going to be competing. What do you guys think when you see the improvements he's made, and how does that motivate you for your next showing and what you're going to do up until then?
Well, I'll say this: me and Hunter have no issues. We actually are really good friends behind the scenes. That being said, he should have not beaten me last year.
I agree. I second that.
Also
that was a tough one.
He's made a lot of improvements, and I also have made a lot of improvements. So as long as my conditioning is what it needs to be with the improvements, I really don't think he'll beat me again.
Good.
Yeah. I agree. But this year is
we both put on. I think we weigh the same. I think he's like 283, 285, and I was 285 this morning.
Wow.
You're 3 inches shorter.
Yeah.
Like 200 shorter.
Are you? Is it that
No,
much?
not that.
Yeah, he's like 5'9", 5'10". I'm 5'7".
There's a lot more talent in the Olympia this year than there was last year.
It's gonna be good. I think there's going to be a lot of turns this year.
That guy,
like no one in this Olympia is safe. No one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I agree.
On.
Yeah. What do you think? Seeing these guys, you're prepping for your first year as a pro, first competitive year as a pro next year. What do you think? Seeing guys like Nick and Hunter and what does that do for you?
Who, me or Carlos?
Carlos first.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, have plans to be like my guy Nick over here, and I mean, me and Nate are doing the NY Pro, so that's plans. Is they laid the blueprint right there. So to follow up and try to go after the NY Pro, get that ring, get that title, and then carry on to the Olympia. That's the goal right there. Yeah, I know you carry it around your neck.
Oh, that's
and Nate, you've already been on stage as a pro, so you got your feet wet a little bit, right? And how are you approaching this, seeing the development of what these guys are doing now, and you know what you're up against, and this is the fight you're in. So what does it do to you mentally?
I mean, I'm just trying to keep up. You know what I mean? But no, it's cool to see. Like, some people might not know, but actually, when Nick turned pro, he beat me, and then Carlos actually when he turned
I remember
pro,
you've all competed, and Carlos the next year, right, or last year you were Carlos.
So it's really exciting to like see these guys. Like, obviously, they're some of the best genetic talents in the league, in my opinion. So to sort of be neck and neck with them at some point, I think Nick was a little bit further than me when he turned pro, but me and Carlos are a little bit closer, you know. So I think that makes it really exciting, you know, to see these guys sort of blossom into like something crazy, and I'm just sort of trying to hang by the back end, you know.
It looks like to me that we're approaching another golden age of bodybuilding, because the talent that's coming out of the woodwork from all parts of the globe is out of control.
Well, dude, I'll tell you, and this is the next point I was about to make. You know, and Nate, with what you said, Nick, you know, you probably could have been a pro a year or two earlier. You know,
I think so.
Right,
I'm happy that I didn't.
I was just about to say that with that being given, right, it probably drove you more and did more for you to earn it the way you did. And now, boom, you're on the scene,
so.
You're fucking winning shows. You know, you're cleaning up. You're winning hands down.
2000 USA's when I lost, and everyone had me winning. That was a big, like, that fucked me up for a little while.
Dude, I get it. I've been there.
And then immediately, though, I remember it was literally the next day, actually. Matt texted me and he said, "How are you feeling?" And all I said was, "We're going to do North Americans next year." And he was like, "Well, okay, then that's that." And then as soon as I got home from Vegas, I just went right to work, and that was it.
And Carlos, you get to know. Was that your first nationals?
No, that was actually my third. My first was in 2016.
But you had a break, right?
Yeah, 2016 middleweight got last. 2017 middleweight got fifth, and then I took some time off.
Right.
So it was super heavy.
Yeah, but after that break, dude, you put a lot of size on.
What do you weigh now, Carlos?
Right now I'm 264. Just about 4 weeks after a long break, about 10 weeks break.
All right, very cool.
How about you, Nick?
Oh wait,
I broke up a little bit.
I think he asked how much you weigh.
I was like 283 this morning.
Nice.
So you're like 283, probably peeled.
I'm in good condition right now, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm 195. No, but serious, like you got that guy Vlad, who was really impressive. That won the what was it? What show was it?
Oh yeah,
I forgot.
I don't know. Italy. Yeah.
One of the I forgot the show. Yeah, and then I mean,
he's like 27, something like that.
Yeah, he's a young dude. Yeah, and I mean, you got and then you got Samson Dowda that just looks.
He's gonna be the Dark Knight of this year's Olympics.
Hey, no question. Yeah,
Nick, have you seen they nicknamed that kid the Ukrainian mutant or something, or the Ukrainian Nick Walker? Vlad.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, Jesus.
Yeah, Vlad's fucking. That guy looks good, man. That's unbelievable. And then you can't count out. Nobody's even talking about what's his name. Oh God, who's the one guy who came in second at the Arnold Classic this year? What's his name?
Bonac.
Yeah, nobody's even talking about William Bonac, and he looked good in Boston. And from what I understand, he got his gyno fixed.
How was he in person, Nate?
Oh, he's wacky, super 3D.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But honestly, Nick's probably like, not just saying that because he's here, but I remember I was watching you at Revive train back. I think you're like a week or two out.
Yeah.
And someone was filming you. Fucking freaky. Insane. Like you guys have all seen Nick in person. It's like insane.
I saw Nick in person, but he had clothes on, so I really can't. It was actually at the
well, even that, it was quite a sight.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Colin von Moger, whatever the fucking guy's name is. What is going on with him? Supposedly he just got
he's not all there anymore, man.
Yeah, he's all fucked up with drugs and shit, right?
Yeah.
Do you hear what happened?
The problem with like
in Australia?
The problem with like meth is can change your like the way you act like normally, even when you come off that shit. You know what I mean?
Is that his drug of choice?
Was meth?
Yeah, I think
right?
it was. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, that shit's insane.
So supposedly he went after somebody with a machete in Australia.
Yeah.
And like try to stab the guy's tires or something like that. Did you hear what his lawyer's defense was?
No.
His lawyer's defense was that he was living in the United States so long that he was traumatized by all the carjackings he's been through.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
let him go.
yeah.
Fuck, he's good. He hates. Fucking free him. Fucking let him walk.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't. I'm like,
Teddy back.
Yeah. Fuck it. He tried to kill somebody. Big deal. But he was always like fucked up. Didn't he fall off a cliff or something? Tried cliff, right?
He jumped building.
He jumped off a did he really?
Out of his building, yeah.
Oh, right. Somebody was chasing him. Right, they wanted to kill him or some shit. They were chasing him.
I think he was hallucinating and thought someone was.
Oh, is that? Are you serious?
What was happening? He just jumped out of the window.
Yeah,
the fly. Yeah,
because a few years back he didn't. He went like cliff climbing or some shit, and he fell. Remember, he broke his leg.
Yeah.
And then he did that stupid thing in the gym where he pulled his bicep doing a curl with somebody else or some shit.
Jerking his dog off in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Pulled his fucking bicep.
Yeah. Pulled his hamstring, jacking the dog
It's
off.
always some fucking wacky story with this guy, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Get it together, man.
Who, me or Colin?
Well, you too.
Yeah, I know. Nick wasn't here for the shit story. The explode.
He's on there again.
I had enough of shit talking.
Yeah. I had when I went out with my wife and we had drank and ate and like pigs, and the next day I just had like this explosive diarrhea, and I missed the bowl. It was all over the place. It was a disaster.
Yeah, we're gonna go right through this story.
Yeah. What'd you say, Nick?
Oh.
Well, I was trying to get there in time, and I fucking didn't get there in time.
Nick, that's not even the best part of the story.
But my wife cleaned it up.
John, how old are you?
46.
40. His wife's got to clean up his fucking mess in the bathroom because he was too incompetent to clean his own shit up.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
the guy
like
that works in the sewer couldn't clean his own shit up.
Wait, let me explain. Let me defend myself.
Please.
I cleaned up the majority of it.
Right.
But my wife is a clean freak.
Just like a public works guy. We got most of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, well, listen, I married a good woman. She's like, I tried cooking once in the kitchen. She threw me out, which was the plan to begin with. And she cleans up my shit. Oh, well, you want to hear something fucked up? I don't mean to bring the show down, but my wife actually just had fucking brain and skull surgery. Like 2.5 weeks ago. Yeah, no shit. What was happening was she was getting like this drainage from her ear coming out, like it was leaking. And she went to the doctor and they took a sample of it, and they turned out to be brain fluid. So they send her for an MRI and an X-ray, and they find out that she has a hole in the back of her skull, right behind her ear. So they actually had to open it up, right? And what was happening was it stopped leaking. And when she told the neurologist that it stopped leaking, he said, that's not good because that means brain matter is coming through the hole and clogging it. So they had to open her up around here, right? And apparently you have all this muscle and nerves and shit over here that you can't. So they actually had to unhinge her jaw, go from underneath, and take a piece of body fat from her stomach and plug up the hole. And after they cut away whatever brain was hanging out, and then they shoved the rest back in, and then put mesh, and then fucking stitched it back up and put the jaw back in. And yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Bro, the stuff they can do nowadays is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And right?
Wow, dude, she went back to work today. 2.5 weeks later, she's fine. The first week was a disaster. Like I had to fucking feed her, I had to give her a bath. It was a mess, right? So I asked the doctor, like, how does that happen? You know, and the doctor's like, well, what happens is everybody's got pressure in their head and it fluctuates, and some have higher pressure, some have lower pressure, but it all fluctuates. And then some people have thin craniums, some people have thick craniums, and her being a girl, obviously, she has a smaller skeletal structure, so. And she probably has, you know, higher pressure than most. And what happens is, she said the brain fluid rubs up against the skull like water in a stream to rocks, and it wears the rock away, you know. And sooner or later, if you have the perfect storm, that could happen.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking nuts. I know.
Like, all right.
He's all right though. She like, you know, she's cooking.
She'll be cleaning your shit up in no time. Don't worry about it.
Dude, it's not like, I swear to God, like. I was like, all right, I'll cook, right? I'll cook. I don't know how
Thank
to
you.
cook.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got to get better quick.
Yeah.
You can't keep pulling this shit on me. I'm not doing this shit around the house.
That's what I told her. I was like, you're making me into a half a sissy over here. Look at me. I'm vacuuming, right? So I tried to cook, and then she comes in the kitchen and she's like hobbling into the kitchen, like
get
pushing.
the fuck out.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'll do it. She's like, yeah, no, don't forget it. You know? I went to ShopRite, dude. I haven't been to ShopRite in 12 years.
Dude, supermarkets are quite a scene these days.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my wife does everything like that. What's up, Nick?
I just Instacart.
What's that?
You don't know what Instacart is?
No.
Yeah. He's old.
Yeah, I am.
Your phone. You order your groceries. And
When it comes to the house?
Liberty.
What's wrong? You don't want to be fucking seen in public?
Fuck no, man. I'm too lazy.
How many times people just stop you and be like ask you like silly questions of benching and
Oh, my favorite one is how much bench.
Oh yeah.
I say 700 every time.
Oh, do you know the girl that just broke the bench press world record actually turned me down for an interview?
Really?
Yeah, she I messaged her several times on Instagram. Her name is Rayanne Miller. She just benched 625.
She probably heard your shit story.
Yeah.
She's fucking done.
And
Say
tell me she wore a suit. Did she do it with a suit on?
yeah, it's
That's not a fucking real press. That don't count. She doesn't have a 620 bench press.
It's an equipped bench press.
No, it's not. It's a suit. It's a fucking. It's like, come on, dude.
Okay. Anyway,
it don't count.
She wasn't getting back to me. Okay, and you met Rita, Jay. It was the first show we did together. Well, yeah, the first panel we did together, me, you, and Rita. So it was Rita's show. I asked her to, and then she messaged me. She finally messaged me, and she's like, "Nah, I don't do interviews, but thanks anyway." It's like, son of a bitch.
Well, turn you down. Just do interviews at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
The guy just set the fucking sling press record. I don't need an interview.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I'm demand now, dude. She's writing her own checks.
So last night I interviewed a fetish porno chick, and
I saw the highlights.
you did you the way she gets paid for farting on people?
The fart machine, or they stick the air up their ass. Dude, that's quite a talent.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Quite a talent.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I had Alicia Young
Creative.
on. And
Very creative.
I had Alicia Young on. I was trying to get her on here tonight, but she's like traveling anyway.
Well, I didn't realize, and maybe some of you guys could jump in here if you guys share some of these fetishes, but farting apparently is really popular with guys who want to pay girls for sort of fetish, pleasing their fetish. But apparently there's a lot of guys that like to hear girls fart.
Yeah.
The actor on them or during.
It is funny.
It's hysterical, but these guys get like turned on by it.
When they do it, it is funny.
It's farts are always funny. It's fucking hilarious. And then she's got a picture of some guy licking her armpit on her Instagram.
Is it hairy?
No. But she said that there are some fetish girls that do.
Was she making the fart sounds with her armpit?
Yeah. She actually said that she takes the like a nasal spray bottle that's empty. Sticks it up her ass and puts air, and then she's able to like fart because it's just air coming out.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Never been on enough trend for that.
And she makes a shit ton of money from it.
I wonder how you come up with this. That's like,
literally. literally and figuratively.
Because I asked her, what won't you do? What, like, where's the line? Like, what's the line?
She won't jerk a dog off. That's where I draw the line. Stick all the air in my asshole that you want, but I'm not touching that dog's dick.
She told me that she would not do excessive domination. So I said, what does that mean? So basically it's when she's tied to a board and she's like tortured for 45 minutes with like people ramming dildos up her ass and in her bag and whipping her and stuff like that. She's like, I'm not going to do that. I was like, oh, okay. Well, at least you have some standards. No problem. But I mean, she wrestles dudes, kicks guys in the balls. That's big too.
That's more common than you'd think.
It's unbelievable, man.
About this life.
Yeah. I interviewed another chick, Nikki Jackson, and she said it's not as easy as you think kicking a guy in the balls. And I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. So she goes, well, you're in heels. That's number one. So you're off balance when you have one foot trying to kick a guy in the balls. She goes, you know how many times I missed and hit him in the taint, or she was one time I sprained my ankle because I hit the desk.
Oh,
you know,
so it's an acquired skill.
Oh, yeah, apparently.
Kicking dicks.
Yeah. And her tits were so big. She is a 40 G cup.
That's too big.
Not for me.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't like it.
I like big titties. I'm a titty guy.
I'm an ass.
Can't be too big though.
Everybody. You know what's funny, Nick? I saw somebody with your shirt on in the gym in signature. Ass man or bump, whatever the hell fuck it's called. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I like. I was always a titty guy. Like, did I ever tell you what my theory of why I think the new generation likes asses and my generation and Arntz's generation likes titties?
Well, let's hear.
Well, here's my here's my theory. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it's just my theory. So,
all right.
Baby formula started getting popular in the late 60s, and I'm Gen X. So, I was born in 76. So by the time the 70s came around, every kid was on baby formula. They weren't breastfeeding anymore. All the mothers were given baby formula, and even throughout the 80s. And then in like the early 90s is when it fucking like stopped and women started breastfeeding again. So I think that the guys, my generation, they love titties so much because they just never had their mother's titties.
I'm not a huge titty guy.
All right, you're an exception to the rule. Okay?
Yeah, all right. No, I'm more of an. I like ass and legs.
Really?
I need nice legs, dude. Nice legs.
You can't have a flat ass, bro.
No, you can't have it, and you can't have shitty hamstrings or calves. You have to have balanced legs.
I don't care
like an athlete.
Your titties are. If the ass is flat, it's a no-go.
What about you, Carlos?
He's not allowed to say anything.
He's wifed up.
Do you prefer?
I mean, I definitely legs. I'm just like Jason. Yeah, I'm just like Jay, man. Like,
you're an ass man.
Yeah, legs too. Like,
speak from the heart, Carlos. What do you like?
Like you can have you could be like bare up here, like you know what I mean? Like
what? Like an Asian chick?
I mean, you don't do much with them.
Like a girl
just take a turn.
Like a girl that serves you like chicken broccoli behind the counter.
I'm gonna tell you this. I've seen a girl with before my time with the biggest tits I've ever seen in my life.
That's fantastic.
And no, they're not. What do you do? There's so much. They just hang there.
I love it. I'm sorry. I just fucking love titties. You can, and I don't care if they're real or fake. You can have one fake one and one real one.
And she had just like the flattest ass, and I just couldn't do it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is? I am in the presence of guys who have the ability to be selective. And most guys don't have the ability to be selective. But I literally have.
If you picked up your kitchen skills and your bathroom plumbing skills, I'm sure you can expand your reach of your pool, your girl pool.
You think so? I don't know. I don't think my wife would be into that too much. But seriously, like my whole life, like I always loved girls that worked out. I always thought girls that worked out and like were fit, but they never fucking liked me. Never. They're, and they would always like I would try to talk to them like in the gym, and they would give me like one of these. Like they would talk to me to be nice, but then they would be walking away, like trying to get away.
Talking to a guy like Nick.
What about you, Nate? Titties or ass?
Oh, ass all day, dude.
Really? I'm the only titty guy here. Jesus Christ.
I'll take a little chubby girl too. I don't mind.
Yeah, no. Listen, I don't. Yeah, listen.
In the right places.
I don't.
Nick knows what I'm saying.
I like thickness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you
Down
have
with
to
the
like
thickness.
this. You're a fucking silverback.
Dude, you're
What are you
300 fucking pounds.
what are you gonna do? Get a girl?
You can't discriminate against bigger girls, dude.
You would literally kill somebody. Like if you were with like a 90-pound Filipino chick, she would suffocate and die.
What?
What happened?
90 pounds is way too small.
Yeah.
Tiny.
That's not
That-
good.
I don't have the ability to be selective. It's unfortunate. I told the story, right? Where I actually had sex with a girl who was
You had
epileptic.
sex with a girl? Oh, shit.
Yeah, period. Yeah. It's amazing. It was amazing.
That would.
I had an orgasm and everything. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, I had sex with a girl who was epileptic, and
All right, this is funny.
yeah. And I was so ashamed of myself. I was so ashamed of myself.
They need love too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was in Staten Island in a hotel with her. She was this Jewish girl from Brooklyn, and I was like 23, and we're in the hotel, and I'm finished banging her, and I'm in the bathroom, like that scene in Rocky 3, and when he's chaining us just sucks, and he's looking at himself, and he's like, "There is no tomorrow," and I'm looking at myself. I take the fucking condom off, I flush it, and I go back outside, into the bedroom, whatever. And she's like, "Are there cups in the bathroom?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Because I have to take my medication." I was like, "For what?" She goes, I have epilepsy." I was like, "Oh dear God, man." It's like, "What's next? How far down on the fucking pole do I have to go?"
But how was she?
She had big tits.
All right, so you made out, so you
Yo, I was so ashamed of myself.
major differences.
I paid for the whole night. As soon as that was done, like she went into the bathroom, I was dressed. I was like, "We gotta go," and I fucking drove all the way back to Brooklyn and drove her home, dropped her off.
You have no shame.
No, it was none.
You didn't take for a donut.
There was another time this was a long time ago, but I actually went after a girl in the gym who I didn't know this at the time. She always had a baseball hat and a bandana and then a baseball hat. So I was talk to her again. Obviously, this is when I was single. I'd talk to her and whatever. And I said, "When we get together sometime." She's like, "Oh, I can't. I have a boyfriend." I'm like, "All right, well, maybe another time. Whatever." Blah blah blah. Right?
Maybe another time.
Yeah. They always say they have boyfriends. They always fucking say they have boyfriends. So fast forward like 2 weeks, I'm talking to the guy behind the counter, and she walks in and she's like, "Hey, hi John, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, I think her name was Sarah or some shit like that. I don't remember. Right? It's a long time ago." And I was like, "Hey, what's up, Sarah?" And the guy behind the counter was like, "I feel so bad for that girl." I was like, "Why?" And she goes, "Oh, she has alopecia. That's why she wears the bandana and the hat."
Alopecia.
Alopecia?
Hey, aloe.
Alopecia? Not alopecia?
Halitosis. That's bad breath.
Okay.
Chronic
So,
bad breath. Alopecia.
I think. All right. So she got alopecia.
So she was fucked.
So she was bald. She was bald. So the first thought I had was like, this bald bitch like turned me down. Like,
oh, dude, stop it.
She's got a you asshole.
She like how much further I have to go after amputees after this? Like, you can't handle all this.
Damn.
My ex-boyfriend took a part of me when he left. What are there any other shows coming up besides Prague?
Romania.
Yeah.
Anybody? I think all the heavy hitters have fucking
Brett's doing Romania.
who?
Brett.
Oh, that's right. Brett Wilkins is doing Romania. Yeah, he looked pretty good from the this was something I wanted to show you guys. I forgot about this.
Nick, are you going to stay in Tampa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
You still MI40 or somewhere else?
I go all over, but mainly MI40.
Yeah.
Where are we here?
Oh, look, it's me.
Yeah, that's right. You're everywhere, you fuck. I thought this was impressive, fellas. I thought this was pretty impressive. What
Carlo,
the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah.
Earlier, yeah, dude, that looked good.
Jesus Christ! What are they feeding you, dude?
Everything, man. I'm trying to catch up to the big boys. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're surpassing them. Jesus Christ, man.
You say?
I think the quads are bigger than mine.
Bro.
That's saying something.
I was born with these things. This is the only thing I had when I started, dude. So
I just got the good ass hamstrings.
Really? No, you're
Not
quads.
all. No, that's all you have, Nick. Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's all you have.
Yeah, just
It's not the
hamstring.
huge arms, the crazy back,
Fucking back and glutes and calves and everything else.
Yeah.
30-inch arms.
Nick, were you always jacked, or were you?
No,
You were what?
I was fat.
Really?
Yeah. Not like fat, but I was chubby as a kid. And then I got super skinny when I started playing sports.
Yeah.
And then I started working out and then got jacked.
I got a good story. First time I met Nick was I want to say he was a light heavyweight at North Americans 2017.
Oh yeah, skinny as fuck.
So everyone like thinks like he just happened overnight, you know what I mean? But like you've been at it for just like you had such a big off season. You know what I mean? Like a couple off seasons like right after that.
I started competing in 2012.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, didn't you win Jason's show?
Well, was that 2016, Nick?
Yes, I did USA's that year after.
Yeah. And dude, you were a smaller heavyweight, right?
Yeah. Like 210 maybe.
So somewhere around there. But dude, I mean, but when you saw him, you saw what the future was going to be because you just had that structure that you don't fucking see every day anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was some guys that show up to NPC shows and you go, this guy's got pro written all over him.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. And then there are guys that show up at the NPC shows and go, what the fuck are you doing here, dude? I like my favorite are the fat girls that lose like all the weight and they do figure because they think they deserve to be in figure. And
I'm not gonna get on that.
and they're all they got the heavy, they got the flabby.
You're trying to reel me in.
Yeah,
Really?
You're gonna get me in trouble, bro.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. We talked about that. That's right. Yeah.
They're all welcome.
Yeah. Well, for you, like you.
Well, dude, look, not everybody's like these guys or like I was. You know, there's people nowadays, and I think we talked about this before. I see more masters in the local shows.
Yeah.
Than anybody. Right. And it's almost like these guys that wanted to do shit when they were younger and they didn't. But hey, look, if that's the market right now, you know, and you still have your good athletes to come up through the ranks in between, but a majority of these shows are being filled by some of these bikini girls that just want to do something for the sake of doing it. Which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Like, I'm all about, you know, look, I'm retired and you guys will deal with this when you're older, you know, and we all deal with it in different ways. But you guys are in the beginning stages of your career. But as your career prolongs and you put your time in, and depending on how long you want this to go, but in the later years of your competitive stage, you're going to realize I better start enjoying this. Because when I was like you guys in the beginning, I was just fucking all aggressive, wanting to win, wanting to train. You don't want to hear from anybody. You just want to do your thing and fucking get on with it and go fix whatever you think you need to get better for the next show, right? And then you realize, man, this shit doesn't last forever, right? And then you start trying to enjoy the last few years and say, hey, you know what? I want to be able to think back. I remember one of my last two Olympias, I actually documented. I have it on video, you know, because I never thought of doing that before. I mean, social media wasn't what it is now, you know, my last couple of years in the Olympia. But thinking back on that, like having those memories is nice where I didn't really appreciate them when I was early in my career. But then when you're an athlete, dude, you just need something to drive you. You know, after my last year competitive wise, you're training in the gym. Like, man, this is the first time I'm in the gym. What the fuck am I training for? Like, what is my purpose? Like, I'm not training for anything, for no show, for no guest appearance, for no posing, for no nothing. And you have to find different ways to motivate you. And it's that structure that we've developed through all these years that helps you with everything else you do in life, right? So that's why my hat goes off to these older guys and girls that want to do it, because it puts balance in your life when you have something to train for, something to compete for. And again, not everybody's a superstar like everybody here, you know, but somebody, they find their own purpose. And hey, I just want to do this once, try to win a trophy and move on from it, you know, but you guys, you know, enjoy this shit while you're young, dude, because in a couple of years, you're going to say, man, my fucking shoulders hurt, my back hurts, my neck hurts, my ass hurts, you know, tired of doing this. And you start, how many more years left do I have to do this? Yeah. And then you really want to take it in because what you guys are doing now, dude, this is the fucking fun part, dude. So I hope you guys really enjoy this shit. Like, Nick, man, going on that Olympia stage, right? It's your second time up there, right?
Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that feeling. You know what I mean? Being on the biggest stage in the world, and Carlos, hopefully you get there, and Nate, what the fuck is that? You fucking with me?
Wow. That's messed up.
All right, I'm done.
Ah, shit. It's the Jeopardy music.
All right.
You guys are fucked up. Let me tell you. I think it's a fucked up crew. All right, I'm not gonna kill everybody with a lot of time, but we did an hour tonight. Nick, would you come back?
Yeah, whenever, man.
You don't, nothing like not like next week or whatever, but like
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fucking tomorrow, Nick.
Yeah. I don't know, like next month or whatever.
I'll come back whenever you want me to come back, bro.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me, man. Listen, I just want to thank everybody for coming on, and especially Nick, because Nick is like, being bombarded by podcasts to come on now. And he picked mine, probably because I was the smallest one out of the bunch. And we're all good. So I am very grateful for all you guys, really. Thank you very much. And
Thanks for having us.
everybody can go fuck themselves. So all right, fellas. Later.
Later.
Yeah.